Hello everyone, welcome back to Business Central Musings. Uh, this is a channel where I cover Business Central topics. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. Um, you might have gotten to this channel because you looked for blocked items, which is the topic for today. How to block an item for different processes in Business Central. But we're not covering only what is new in Business Central or application related topics. We cover a lot more. I cover topics around, and we can see here development in AL. I covered also in the last year topics around passing the exam for AL developer called AMB 820. And because the channel is not very new, it's been going on for almost 2 years. You will find topics around Copilot in Business Central. You're gonna find topics around functional topics like order to cash in Business Central, or how to improve cash flow in with Business Central. You'll get my perspective onto how to use ChatGPT when you're solving various issues with Business Central. You're gonna find a lot of videos and how-tos on how to start with performance tools in Business Central. You're gonna find information about Admin Center. Basically, you will find functional topics. You're gonna find development topics. In the last few months, though, I covered what Microsoft introduced in Business Central in the Wave 1 in Business Central 2025 Wave 1. I went through a lot of technical details of what's new in Business Central since March, April this year to 2025. But I also covered a few functional topics. Today's topic is how to block items or variants for production out. And let's keep that in mind. We will return to that a little bit later. But blocking items, it's not something new. Microsoft started with blocking items for sales documents. So for example, if you want to make sure that a specific item is blocked for sales, then I'm going to show you. We can do that. Blocking items has been in Business Central for a while. And it started with blocking items for sales orders and for servicing and for purchasing. So the way to set an item for as blocked for different processes, you go to the item and you locate your item, let's say 1929, and on the under prices and sales fast tab, you're going to find here a few fields: sales blocked, service blocked. Right now this is blocked for sales, but it's not blocked for servicing. And under let's see if it's under replenishment. Yes, it's under replenishment. We have also purchasing blocked and production blocked. Right now the purchasing blocked is false, so we are free to order new 1929W item from vendors, but we cannot output the production of this item. So this is the situation right now. And keep in mind that each item can have variants, so you might be able to um, block an item not at the generic at the higher level of the item, but you can go to related item and then you go to variants. And we don't have any variant here for this specific conference bundle, but you see those four fields: sales blocked, service blocked, purchasing blocked, and production blocked. So you can set here, for example, we need to create an item variant, obviously, but we can set up this item variant as production blocked for output. And of course, there is a check mark here for blocking this item variant for sales or for service or for purchasing. So with this item being blocked for sales, we see it here. Let's see how that works. We're going to go to a sales order. And let's go to the last sales order. We can create a new one anyways, no issues there. And let's try to create a sales order for this item, 1929W. And we already see you cannot sell the item because the sales blocked checked box is selected on the item card. So yeah, we cannot choose 1929 as an item for our sales order. And I was looking at the code on where this takes place, and if we look at the sales line and if we look at the field number, we can see that when we choose a type item, if it's an order or an invoice, the system will check if the item is blocked or if the sales blocked is true, and you will receive an error. Once that's passed, we also have a function here, copy from item. And if the item is sales blocked, we're going to get this error. Let me see here. It was copy from item. And the error, sales blocked error, which is you cannot sell item and item number because the checkbox is selected on the item card. So so that's how the whole blocking of the items is going. Of course, if you're blocking an item variant only, then that error is gonna come up, or is gonna pop up when after you choose the variant code. But now let's have a look at our topic for today, which is blocking items for production orders. And as you remember, we had the item 1929W under replenishment. The production is blocked to output. Okay, so let's go and attempt to output from a production order this item. If we choose here 1929, I think my debugger stopped. but we would get something similar to what we've got before, um, that the item 1929 cannot be found. And this is basically a bit earlier production order. We see that we have the table relation is item is checking if it's an inventory and if production blocked is not different from output, which is in our case. So we're failing the validation on the foreign key on the production order itself. So hence this error here. If we decide to unblock the item for production output, we're going to see that we can now output under replenishment. Let's go back to the production order this time. And let's choose 1929. We can now choose output, and not only that, we can also use it on the line. So we are now good to go with this 1929W on a production order. You might not be able to find production order or production UI. And if that's the case, you see I have here all sorts of production related UI pages. If that's the case and you cannot find, then go to company information and make sure your experience is premium if you have a premium license. If you don't, then you won't be able to see manufacturing UI in Business Central. That's it. That's all for today. If we go back here to our main page and go over the help, when an item or an item variant is production blocked, it will not be available on the following pages: production order header, production order lines. We saw that. Additionally, if a production order includes blocked items on item variants, you cannot use the following action: post output in output journals or production journals, refresh production order, replan production order, calculate subcontracts in subcontracting worksheet. We'll skip those items. So that's it for today for this topic of blocking items or variants from production output. I hope it helps, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.